Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about Vindication of the Rights of Women by Mary Wollstonecraft. Now, before I go into the summary and analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so the channel can continue to grow. This work, very interesting work here. The rights of women. It's a lot. It's a lot. The rights of women, that's what Mary Wollstonecraft is talking about here. And she makes an argument about how women need to have equal rights, equal access to education, how, pretty much think about feminism or early feminism. Now, early feminism, it's reasonable. It makes sense. It's right. She's arguing or giving us an understanding of why women should get an education, of why women should go to school, of why women should, have access to jobs and to upward mobility, of how, institutions or the systematic or the structure of society that didn't allow women to enter the work environment, the educational environment, the financial environment. She speaks against it and saying that if we want to have a more just society, we need to allow, well, pretty much half, of our species, give them the liberty to have freedom, basically. And that, all of that is reasonable because women have taken over the medical field. Women are very highly involved in the education field, and several other fields across several countries. And society has become more productive because of it. It's very interesting, the arguments that she makes, because they're all reasonable. Now, first wave feminism was talking about equal rights, the ability to vote, the ability to own property, the ability to get into companies. All these things are what Mary Wollstonecraft is talking about here within this work, and it makes sense. It makes absolute sense, and she's saying that women should marry. This is probably one of the most compelling arguments that she makes here, is that women should marry because of love and not because of economics or financial security. Because, before suffrage, before women entered the workforce, um, love is certainly a part of it, but love was not the ideal for getting married. You got married for the bag. Let's just be very open and honest here. You found a partner that could financially support you, that you wouldn't struggle all your life. So your suitors would have to come with the bag, because that was, I mean, people, I mean, it's honest, it's very recent that people are marrying for love. Yes, people have married for love for the beginning of time, but for the majority of the human population, marriage was a contract. It was a contract where for women, it's like, I have to pick a partner that's going to financially support me because that's going to be my only access to income. If I don't have that, then it's curtains and it's not looking good. So she's saying that by allowing women to enter the workforce, to get an education, to have the ability to have rights, we're literally freeing them from a type of bondage where marriage wasn't just, something with the feelings and emotions and um, you know uh, roses and poetry and the romantics of it all. Marriage was business. It was business. Business was at the forefront. Um, so I mean, if we're looking at a global scale, I mean, marriage in many cultures is still about business. It's a financial move for a lot of women. But here, Mary Wollstonecraft is saying that if we want to adjust society, a better society, a society where we can all flourish, allowing women to have rights and allow them to enter education, allow them to enter the marketplace, the business place. And we've seen strides in that. We've seen the difference in society after women gained suffrage, after women have entered the workforce. We've seen several different businesses, several different companies, and we've seen women enter the workforce. You look at things like the medical field, again, education, several fields in terms of arts and things like that, and women have definitely succeed in making a name for themselves, and contributing to society. So very interesting work here in terms of deeper meaning analysis. The women's suffrage movement was pretty much, think of the civil rights movement, think of other movements in America, and even in France, where women, for many Western countries, women were not born with rights. They had to fight for it. That's first wave feminism, um, and in society. Now, apart from that, second wave feminism and other types of feminism that come after that, because pretty much by the 2000s, women had all the rights that men have. Yeah, you just have, I mean, if we're talking about feminism in the 21st century, or, you know, most countries after from the year 2000 and on, most countries, in Europe and, well, in pretty much the Americas, um, you, women have had rights. So if there's any more talk of fighting for rights, then that you get into more culture, fighting culture, or fighting stigmas and culture. There are some countries around the world where women still have limited rights, but um, if there's a type of feminism that exists today, it's a fight against culture, not a fight against legislative bodies. So I guess the fight against culture continues, and that type of fight, I mean, it never ends, because you can change the law. You can always change the law, but you can't change people's feelings. That's all I had to say about this. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.